do you agree with us, at least to some extent, that when you're happy, that is a manifestation? Because we want to say to you that in this moment, as you received something that felt like a real manifestation. In other words, it wasn't something you had to conjure in your own mind. It wasn't something that you had to do by going general. We picked you, and you liked it. And everyone saw you bouncing over here. And when you sat down, you said, awesome. And you said, I'm so happy. And so you were having a happy response to a manifestation. We want the happy to be the manifestation. Can you feel the difference? Mm-hmm. So we want to say to you that it is not true and it is not logical that if you are happy and feeling on the verge that things aren't coming. That defies law. So there must be something else going on. You must not be as in advance happy as you think you are. You must be waiting for the manifestation to really be happy. That's the glitch. You're waiting for the manifestation. You're waiting for something to happen to which you can have a happy response. That's backwards. Get happy, and that happy from inside the vortex then causes the manifestation. You follow? It's interesting, isn't it? Because when something happens that pleases you, it is easy to be happy. But do you think you can conjure happy before it happens? That's the work. Conjure happy before it happens, and from the vortex, the manifestation will then occur. That's how it happens. So if you can think of the happy as the manifestation, which you have complete control over, don't you? Then you've got it. Do you accept that emotion is a manifestation? Then you're there. If you've got that, and you leave here believing that you can affect the way you feel, and you practice it for just a few days, your vortex is going to start delivering big time to you those things that you've been waiting for. So what have we just conveyed to you? So you do the vortex work because you care about how you feel, and you make how you feel the manifestation that you're looking for because you have complete control over that right here and now. And you do it often enough that you find pretty steady, ready resonance with your vortex, and then all of the things that you've put into the vortex now, because of your state of resonance and alignment, begin to reveal themselves to you in the form of manifestation. And people who are watching you say, what kind of magic pill did you take? And you say, I discovered what true manifestation is, gave it my undivided attention, and now the cooperative universe is yielding to me in specific detail each and everything that I've ever asked for. That's the way that it works. It always works. You just have to decide how much work you need to make it.
Okay.
Because it's all about your expectation.
Okay.
Most everybody has been touched enough by the people around you. We can get right back to the beginning of this. When you come into this physical experience, you have this guidance system that is letting you know where you are in relationship to everything that you want. But you're also vividly aware of the people in your life who are giving you feedback. So when you behave in certain ways, they give you feedback. And almost all of you tend to respond to the feedback that you're getting. So without meaning to, they train you away from your guidance, and you allow yourself to be trained away from your guidance, where it becomes increasingly important to you what others think about what you're doing.
Right.
So in a world that wants behavior from you, it starts with your parents. Your parents want certain things from you because, like our friend just now, they feel good when pleasing things are around them. When something good happens, they are pleased. And so they train you into behavior that is pleasing to them. Almost everyone will do that to you if you will allow it. They will let you know what you could do to make their world better. Because everyone is selfishly oriented. And so when you allow yourself to factor in what somebody else wants over and above how you feel about it, it doesn't take long before you have a secondary guidance system that isn't good for you and doesn't work very well, but almost everybody has it, where you begin to perform as someone expects you to. So first it's parents, and then it's peer group, and then it's educators, and then it's society. In other words, as everyone's jockeying for powerful position, because most are forgetting that their powerful position is one of alignment, and that it is easy to get into that powerful position of alignment where you are allowing the cooperative universe to yield to you. So when you are standing in your physical space and observing what's going on around you, we said earlier how interesting and intoxicating and enticing it is, because there is so much texture, there is so much vividness about this physical world in which you are living. And so things that are manifesting are interesting, they are compelling. Where we keep talking about this vortex of creation, and it's a concept, but your vortex, you can't see what's in there. You can't hear what's in there, especially in the early stages of even acknowledging that it exists. It's only a feeling place. It's an emotional place that has the ability, once you resonate long enough with the emotion of it, once you tune yourself to that emotion of that vortex, it will begin to create manifestations that are seeable, hearable, tasteable, smellable, touchable. But in the beginning, it's only the feeling of it. So the picture that we would like to give all of you is that if you are willing to set aside for a little while your need to please others and to see their pleasing response, and instead you will trust this process that we're talking about, as you've already discovered, that you can feel your way into this good feeling place. And this is the statement that is so exciting to speak that we want to shout it to you. Your vortex will arrange the manifestations, the pleasing manifestations. That's the best way of saying it. The cooperative components will begin to reveal themselves to you. Now, is it because the vortex has the power of revelation? No, it's because in your resonance with the vortex, you have the power of interpretation. You have the power to see it and hear it. So you're in the right place at the right time. You're intuitively moving about. You're rendezvousing with exactly what you need when you need it. And this feeling of worthiness just sweeps over you as you feel the comfortable path of unfolding that you're upon, where everything, each and everything, anything and everything that you need is just presented to you, not all at once, like you think you might want, not all at once, but incrementally, so that you can digest it and devour it and enjoy it. You don't want to eat all your food all at once either.
Right.
If everybody brought the food for the rest of your life to that buffet today, it would be unpleasant. It's so nice that you're just going to eat what you want today. And that's the way these manifestations are. What do you think is the logical sequence of something moving into manifested form? In other words, before you rendezvous with your partner, what's missing? If you're looking for a relationship and your partner's out there, clearly your partner was out there, living not too far from where you are. So your partner's out there. After you met them, what was the missing factor before you met them? What was missing? The rendezvous. Just the rendezvous was all that was missing. Just the rendezvous. Just the allowing of the meeting. You see, if you will let the emotion be the manifestation that you're looking for rather than the meeting, if you'll let the emotion be what you're looking for and you find it, then the meeting is certain. The rendezvous with the money, the rendezvous with the idea, the rendezvous with the business, the rendezvous with the wellness, the rendezvous with everything. The rendezvous will come once the manifestation of the good feeling emotion has been allowed by you and practiced by you until it is all that is known by you. That's what a true feeling of worthiness is. Yes. Is emotion a manifestation? I just want to keep checking to see if you really get that. And isn't it the manifestation that's at the root of everything you want? And do you believe that you can conjure it without the evidence that supports it? That really is the question here, because you cannot force the evidence to which you would have a good feeling response if you could, but you can't force it because vibrationally it has to line up. But you can find a feeling response. Yes, can you? A woman said, I have arthritis and I'm in pain. How can I feel good when I'm in physical pain. We said you have to separate your physical experience from your emotional experience. You can have pain and feel hopeful, or you can have pain and feel fearful, and the difference between hope and fear is the difference between recovery or not. So this is what we're talking about. You can have a reality that is less than what you want and feel hopeful, or you can have a reality that's less than what you want and feel fearful or angry. But the difference in those emotions is the difference between being in the vortex and allowing the vortex to kick in to orchestrate the manifestations. You following? The feeling of worthiness really is complete resonance with Source. So you're feeling about whatever you're focused upon the way Source feels about it. Most people, when they think of the word worthy, think that it's all pointed at them. Does Source like me? Am I likable? Am I good? But the feeling of worthiness means whatever you're looking at, you're in agreement with Source. So when you are truly in your expanded worthiness, you're looking at government the way Source does. You're looking at medicine the way Source does. You're looking at economy and ecology and other people. You're looking at the irritating person who turned on the fire alarm in the middle of a meeting. And you're feeling all right about it because it was no big deal. It gave us something fun to talk about. It was demonstratable. Not my job to figure out the details of who's ready for me.
Right.
Only my job to be in perfect resonance with that which I am. And law of attraction will sort out the details, and they will be perfect. And if you really want to get specific, and it's going to be way fun along the way. Way fun. It's so fun to feel who's ready and who's not for you. But it's not for you to adjust your readiness. It's not for you to make the adjustment.
Right.
It's like, here we stand in your vortex, beaming a signal that you can find resonance with if you care about how you feel enough. But if you should not find resonance, we don't come looking for you. Because we know that you can find us, and if we come out, then there's nothing for you to find. And that's the way you want to feel about your work. You find the resonance and let those who are ready for you find you. You don't assert your knowing. You don't assert your clarity. You don't assert your knowledge. You don't change the world. That's why you keep saying it doesn't feel like change.
Right.
And what you're trying to articulate is it feels like I just stand here in my wholeness and in my full resonance with who I am. And as I revel in that, the changes will make their way to me and I will recognize them as I see them. You see, this is interesting because we've been talking to you about deliberate creation. And deliberate creation sounds like, I know what I don't want, I know what I do want, I'll set a goal, I'll identify a timeline, I'll line up with that, which all sounds well and good. It just does not work.
Right.
Because in your awareness of what you want that you don't have, there's a resistance in your awareness that you don't have it that prevents it from coming. Keeps holding you in that place where you keep trying and trying and trying, but you keep being disappointed because it doesn't come. It isn't until you make peace. People use words like surrender, make peace with where you are. And we're giving you the next piece about making peace, because it's one thing to surrender, to make peace with where you are, and it's another thing to add to that, the reason I can make peace with where I am is because I have the ability to feel good where I am anyway.
Right.
And when you find that emotional place and that emotion becomes the manifestation that you're looking for, then in that lack of resistance, in that absence of anxiety, in that complete allowing of who you are, now you're resonant with all of the cooperative components that have been there all along. But you are now a cooperative component. And as you become a cooperative component, then you keep having the exposure to these experiences. Why do I want more money? Because it would be way fun to have that freedom. Why do I want a delicious relationship? Because I love being in love. Why? Why do I want whatever it is that I want? Why do I want it? Why do I want it? That question, not where, not how, not when, but why, will lead you to the emotion that will allow it. Really good.